This is a Headgum podcast.
Hey bitch, what is your whole deal? Hey bitch, just tell us how you feel. You wished for a sign from above. Well, here's a podcast about boy sex, fucking, dating, and love. Seek treatment if you're boring as fuck. Seek treatment if you're unlucky in love. Seek treatment if you just can't take a hint. Well, seek treatment with Kat and Pat.
Hey, it's Creon.
And it's Priya.
Sister Gina podcast about boys, sex, fucking, dating, and love. And that's fucking whether it's raw or with condom, and whether it's ass or pussy or mouth.
Or mouth or
hand.
Or frottage.
Or tits or frottage or whether you're a side.
Yes.
Even if you're a side, this podcast is for you.
It's almost more for you than anyone.
Yeah. Now, my boy only breaks his favorite toys.
So something I'm going through right now is that my boy only breaks his favorite toys. And I'm saying to myself, maybe you should break one of your least
break a lesser toy, boy.
Break a lesser toy, boy.
Break a lesser toy, comma, boy.
That should be a vault check. It is sort of sad that now that Taylor's fired her team of editors, we will never have another. There's no longer such thing as a vault check. Because she's not putting anything in the vault. She's putting it all in the main.
I think she could, and I would die for her. I think she needs a vault.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. So we've yet to discuss TTPD. Pat's wearing the merch, which I love. I want one of those.
I'm wearing the merch. I'll share that she gifted people with it. Like she gifted this to John early. And he of course celebrates her, but of course knows that she's perhaps more important to me than most.
He gave you that? That's so sweet.
This matching sweats.
No.
I will say like a golden TTPD bracelet that like I will say I have such slender wrists and it's like literally choking me out.
Oh, do you want to give it to me?
Maybe.
That could be a nice thing of you to do.
Yeah.
John gave me all this stuff I can't use.
Yeah, and then a vinyl. But of course, when am I going to use a vinyl? But
you should frame it.
Yeah, I could certainly use it as a decoration.
Yeah, my boy only breaks his favorite toys.
Yeah, so I'll probably break the vinyl because it's one of my favorite toys.
Yeah, that's so cool that John is in her inner circle.
I know.
How do we get in there?
And then I saw Lena posted like with the bracelet. I wanted to be like, got one of these too, but I was like, I didn't get one. And also, if I did, why would I tell Lena Dunham?
Yeah, sometimes you have to tell Lena Dunham that.
I know, Lena, if you're listening, I got one too, but through indirect means.
Lena. Now. Let's really quickly, what are your top 3 favorite tracks on the new album?
So this is actually easy, but I have to make clear, like, I'm working through the album. So also, like, what's our process? Like, we should each share what our process is with the album.
My process was that I don't know if people are getting mad, I listened to the leak.
Oh, you did listen to the leak.
I listened to the leak, which was only the first half. You mad? Okay. People are getting mad. It's okay.
I'm not mad. Wait, why
you mad, bro? People were upset.
Yeah, but I'm sure you also supported through like more commercial ways.
I've given her more money than I've given anyone in my life.
I know, yeah.
So I think it's okay if I listen to the leak, but I know, whatever, I know it's bad. People were like, if you're a real fan, you wouldn't listen to the leak. And I'm like,
I'm not a real fan.
That I'm not real, that I'm fake.
I don't even like trust that that's true. That if you're a real fan, you wouldn't listen to the leak.
That was the discourse. Anyways, I listened to the leak before it disappeared, which was only the first half.
But yeah, okay, I see.
And then, when the second half came, I like didn't have time. I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
I couldn't deal with it. And there's only one track on the second half that I like.
I will say, so like...
Let me pull it up.
The first batch came out while I was driving home from...
Oh, shit.
What?
Well, I forgot my food's coming.
Oh, what did you get?
Delivery person will text you when arrive.
What did you get, though? I'm actually so curious.
I got a wrap from Spitz.
You actually, I will say, you're so talented at finding, like, a cunt sandwich place in a town. Like the second you land, you know like what's good.
Thank you. I appreciate that, and I do. Do you know Spitz? It's good, right?
Is it special?
It's a delicious wrap.
Is it on the same level as? But do we talk about
it's
it?
Not
about
Snarfs. It's not of Snarfs caliber because it's not what Snarfs is. It's not even trying to be Snarfs.
Totally.
It's more of like a fast, Mediterranean fast casual. But it's like Hero, Gyro.
Yeah.
Giro.
Okay.
Korma. And it's really delectable.
Sometimes I have to be like, ooh, good.
Ooh, good.
I have to be in just the right mood for Mediterranean. Like
I'm in the mood for it every day.
You are in the mood for it every day.
Because they fill you up there. They give you healthy fats. They give you that protein that you crave.
I like Kismet here.
Delicious, divine.
Really delicious and special. And there's Safi's. But I won't tell my Safi's story again.
No. One more time for those in the back. Number 7, if you're nasty.
So my process with TTPD is like, obviously was so excited for it to come out, but there are still some like 1989 vault tracks I'm still like living in. So like I necessarily wasn't needing new yet, but like listened to the first batch and was like still processing those, and then the new batch came and I was like, and now it's like I'm just knowing that I will listen to it all the way through, but only the first half really resonates with me so far, but I know the other ones will.
Yeah,
I like Albatross quite a bit, which is I think second batch. I like my main, to answer your original question.
Yeah.
These are my main 3. Fortnite, because it like has to be.
Yeah, but I want to talk about a lyric.
Oh, good.
I sent you the info for the food. I know that's annoying, and keep that in. Because that's the kind of diva, and I'm very difficult, aren't I? Behind the scenes.
I sent an electric.
I'm such a pleasure to work with you guys. You have no idea. You should work with me.
Oh
my god, that got me.
Did it get you from
God,
over there?
I'm trying to eat.
So I spritz my nicotine.
I'm trying to wet my appetite, not dry it. Now, my issue with the lyric. I was a functioning alcoholic until no one noticed my new aesthetic.
Obviously doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. So I was asking Greg and Amy about this last night.
Yeah.
And
if you seek Amy.
Greg was like, or one of them was.
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah. And by the way, if you CK me.
Then thank you, Amy.
Then thank you, Amy.
By the way, if you CK me, then thank you, Amy.
They were like, she stopped being an alcoholic when no one noticed what she was doing. Like she was doing it, she was like, I was doing it for attention. I was drinking for attention, but no one cared, so fuck it.
Wow, what a smart reading of it.
Because I didn't get that. I said this lyric makes no sense.
That's one that I'm always like, kind of like earmarking to kind of examine later, because I'm like, I don't, on first listen, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But I guess if I had to gun to my head and say what I thought it meant, I was like.
Yeah, sorry, I tried to screenshot that to you. Isn't that annoying of me? The pin is.
And please leave this in.
Please leave this in, and I am annoying.
And are you okay with having your pin aired worldwide? Your pin for this current order? I
actually shouldn't, because it is the last 4 digits of my phone number.
Oh, okay. So bleep that, but also leave in this discussion around where you include the pin.
We decided to.
I think completely unedited, but like.
What's the word I'm looking for that's not bleep? Censor, thank you. I was like, bleep is the stupid version of this word.
But I guess for Fortnite, that lyric you were saying, I guess if I had to say gun to my head what I thought it meant, I guess what I would have thought it would mean would be, I was a functioning alcoholic until no one noticed my new aesthetic. And then this is so embarrassing that this was my read. Yeah. Then I got so upset that no one was noticing my new aesthetic that I stopped being a functioning alcoholic, and I just went off the deep end and was a not functioning alcoholic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's like, but that's of course an upsetting lyric because it's such a stupid idea.
I love when people are like, I'm worried about her drinking. I'm like, she never leaves her house. Let her have some fun.
Well, she must listen to like our podcast because she's working with Post Malone.
Okay.
In the DNA of Seek Treatment.
I thank you so much. And she's obviously an avid Seek Treatment listener because Post Malone is someone that I've been allowed to have sex with for years.
So he's your call pass?
He's one of them.
That's crazy, Catherine.
Why? I want it.
Okay, then have it.
I want it, and I like
you want it. You like it, love it, and gotta have it.
I cold creamed it. I told Brian that I was like, so-and-so's my hall pass. He's like, I didn't approve that. That's not how it works.
Oh, really? So how do hall passes work? You like have to say.
I think you have to both agree.
And is it always kind of someone that's so distant from your orbit that it probably would never happen?
Right. Oh, but I decided what level of fame I want.
Oh, cool.
Do you want to hear?
Yeah.
At least famous enough that I could go in The Masked Singer.
Oh.
And when I'm revealed, they're like, oh my God, it's Kat Cohen. I thought it was you. Where have you been? In his mask.
In my 8th grade yearbook, I think my goal for my life, or like where were you being? I was like, I want to be famous enough to go on Hollywood Squares.
Oh, nice.
But I'm 35, so at that time, Hollywood Squares was airing pretty regularly.
I've never seen that.
Really?
By the way, Peon.
Yeah.
Oh, Prion.
Yeah.
Prius. Congrats on the new season of Hacks.
So this episode is like going to be.
Oh shit! You're just getting your mediums mixed up. This album is like this fucking album.
This podcast episode, I think let's lean into topicality, knowing that it's going to come out at a time when like these things aren't in the zeitgeist anymore. Because I want to talk about. We'll talk about the Hacks episode. because today's the day that Hacks season 3 premieres. We'll talk about TTPD, and I do want to discuss Challengers if you've seen it.
I haven't seen it yet.
That's okay. I still want to talk about it.
Well,
nothing I have to say about it is
I'm so excited to see it.
Relevant. Yeah. Okay. Well,
do you watch them all fuck?
No.
That sucks. Then I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
I want to fuck the guy with brown hair, but not the guy with blonde hair.
Well, the challengers asks the question like, what's hotter, to be nice or to be mean, and timelessly the answer is always to be mean.
What's better? Or
What's hotter?
oh,
It's like one guy's like a mean asshole, the other guy's like nice and responsible.
no one nice
it's
has
like,
ever had sex.
Yeah. So it's like
My phone just screamed.
this tortured parts department. This is the tortured parts department.
Okay, my phone just
Tell
started
it.
playing tortured post from it.
Left your typewriter at my apartment. Oh my gosh.
That's
look,
so
look,
weird. I think
look
I'm
what I'm seeing. Look
surprised
what I'm seeing. Is that the horniest thing
he's
you've ever
saying
seen?
the three dots.
I'm seeing three
I can
dots.
share that my friend is seeing the three dots. I must have touched it on my watch. My favorite tracks. First of all, I think So Long London is amazing.
I like So Long
How
London.
much sad did you think I had? Did you think I had in me? How much tragedy? Like
Yeah.
that is, like that's so good.
Don't you think it's also kind of like in a meta way a piece of the art that it's like, of course we all thought this was going to be about Joe, but
Right.
it's like, it's that classic thing
Oh,
where
I
the whole,
got you. I'm getting chills.
in a way the whole album is saying like a 7-year thing ends and then a 3-month thing ends and you can't stop thinking about the 3-month thing.
It's the
classic thing.
And that's why the album is ultimately good, even though people have been hating on it, because
Yeah.
that is the most relatable thing in the world. I'm obsessed with him and he avoids me like the plague.
Yes.
Like there is nothing, because there's different kinds of heartbreak, but nothing. When a heartbreak, it don't break even, first of all.
Yeah. Wait, what is that from again?
Some song, I don't know.
What is that song again? Yeah, it's a classic. That's a classic.
Good for her.
Or is it like? Is it truly like like Jordan Sparks?
I don't know if it's a good lyric, but nothing hurts more than like the thing that never happened.
Totally.
For me, at least.
And
I
that's
remember
also
when I
what the
was in
one is.
love
That's
with
go.
a 19-year-old who worked at a place where I worked.
Were you 19?
I was 22.
Oh, cool.
So it's not crazy, but at that time it
It's
felt
certainly-
insane. And we like hooked up once or twice, and then he like went back to his girlfriend. And I was like, I'm going to actually die. Like I would have to go to work and I would be like, I'd see him and be like, hey. Like it was so
Yeah.
sexy. We made out in the supply closet.
Oh my God, you did?
It was so, I was wetter than I've ever been at that time.
Yeah, well, you'd have to be quite wet.
I've been wetter since. So if he's listening, don't freak out. What's the wettest I've ever been?
What is the wettest you've ever been?
Such a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I asked it after. Yeah, that's why I asked it after you had just asked
What's
it.
the hardest you've ever been? new segment for our guests. It's just
What's the wettest?
what's the wettest / hardest you've ever been? What's the hardest you've ever been?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll go circle back.
Yeah,
Oh, I love how you look today. I think your hair is long or something.
it is long. I will get it cut, but
I love the way you look tonight.
I've
Do
kind
you
of
recognize me or do you look the same or different?
the same.
As when?
As our manager called you snatched.
Good answer. I met her dog.
What was I gonna say?
How much
Well, my hair is longer, and it is kind of a return to like an old aesthetic. No one
Till no one noticed your. I can't wait for no one to notice your
I
new
had
aesthetic.
a fade till no one noticed my new.
old aesthetic. So I love I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. I really relate to that.
Yeah.
Like, I was hitting my marks. Because that's me, like, every day. Like,
So my true one,
On tour.
my true one,
yeah.
like my true one that
Mhm.
is like, let me go to this one.
Mhm.
It's time for this one again. Let's do this one on repeat.
Yeah, tell me.
down,
Oh,
down bad.
love that one.
Down bad
But
crying at the gym. Did you really beat me up?
Oh. My one that really, let's go to this one. Let's really go to this one. The masterpiece of the album. Who's Afraid of Little Old Me?
I know that you love that one.
That's the masterpiece of the album because you know what?
Who's afraid?
Scared
to
me.
love me? Is that how it goes?
That really, I wasn't expecting that sound. It really scared me. Wait,
I
my
can
favorite
make that
lyric.
sound.
The circus life made me mean. Don't you worry, folks. We pulled out all her teeth.
Oh.
That's what I feel. At this fucking town, these fucking haters, they try to come for me.
Yeah.
They make me mean. And they try and silence me, but they won't, bitch. Someone today commented that it should be just you on the podcast.
But that must be a
Tit for
response.
tat. Tit for tat.
I know, but there's
Cat for pat, tit for tat.
There's an army saying it should be just you. I
Well,
think maybe we should give them what they want and do our own podcast. Where we just don't say anything.
I would have it when people, no disrespect, some people masterfully do a solo podcast, but I could never do that.
No.
I do think it's
Important.
mento illness love to have a solo.
I know. Mento.
It's mento. It's the fresh maker. Mento, the fresh maker illness when you have solo.
I used to fucking love Mentos commercials.
If you think
They
I didn't
raised
get
me.
them before rehearsal every day in high school,
Oh my God.
but when they had, I think we've talked about this when they had the Just Strawberry pack.
I'll always remember a girl named Diana who her dad
Princess
would
of Wales.
stop at CVS on the way to school. She could get whatever she wanted from the counter.
Luckiest
She would
girl
usually go
alive.
for Listerine strips. She would give me one of whatever she got. But I was like,
I really don't trust those.
I was like, can we? But you know when you're in 7th grade and they're huge.
yeah, they are an amazing invention.
Yeah. When
Who invented Listerine strips? Let's fucking give it up for them.
they came out when I was in they came out when I was in about 7th grade, and
Mhm.
it was like, wow, like we've made advances.
But you know what other advance we made? Other advancement?
Well,
I'm loving how you look right now. I'm kind of falling in love with you.
It's kind of like a prince. It's like almost Princess Di on top. Princess Di on top, and then like
Yeah.
And then, like,
it's like,
normal
like the
bottom.
color. It's like I don't know. It's working. Anyways,
I don't love this color necessarily.
well, it's working.
Yeah.
If you want a woman to fall in love with you, try wearing that.
All of this to say,
So
I
who's
hope
afraid?
you're okay.
who's afraid of
but
little me?
You're the reason.
I want to pull up the tracks just so I can hack
Yeah,
the
that's a good
mainframe.
idea.
Okay, Fortnite.
Oh my God, hottest thing back.
Oh my god.
Wait, sorry, just like read this.
You're so lucky.
Just
Keep
read.
this in. Oh my god.
It's like so on.
It's so on.
It's almost too on.
Well, what do you really want to happen?
I don't know because and here's the thing that's crazy is like I
Are
saw
you okay
him-
with putting this in?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's.
Okay.
Okay. So Long London is good. I think Guilty as Sin is a good song, but I don't like the phrase guilty as sin. And I think the song should be called Upper Thigh. So, Taylor, if you want to work with me, I would love to tweak some of the lyrics. I would love to retitle the song
You know
Upper
what-
Thigh. That people would love that.
Do you know
that's
what
hot.
my biggest
Upper Thigh.
gripe is? My biggest gripe track is?
Huh.
I have a gripe with this track.
Yeah, what?
But Daddy, I love him. Who cares?
That's exactly what I
It's
felt.
classic Taylor. No one cares about this. You're making this. No, you know this. I'm like, Taylor, you're making this up.
You're making
It's like this is completely made up. Like you're like,
It's just it's not coming from a place of truth.
yeah, it's not.
And so it doesn't work.
I like The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived.
Yeah, it's okay.
As I get into these later tracks, I'm like, these ones I don't know at all.
This
like
okay.
I've
I'm
heard
so
them, I would know
sorry,
them.
but you can't name a song Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus.
I know.
You can't.
I know.
Okay. I love So High School.
That's what I need to hear to know which one it is.
It's so good. Aristotle. It's like, you know how to ball, I know Aristotle. It's really good.
I'm scared.
Of what?
My text.
I know what's gonna happen. Let's that's all on TTPD for now because I need to listen to the second half more. Why is it so hard for me to remember the acronym? You look like you're falling asleep.
No, I'm just
Just when I
like,
fell in love with you.
well,
and you're
no,
starting
because
to
to
look
get a
different.
text like that and be like, I can't engage with it right now because I'm recording a podcast.
Oh, that's life.
I wonder if this is one of those things that listeners will hate me for.
Sure, why not? Let 'em.
Anyways,
I'm screaming with my dress unbuttoned. Daddy, I love him.
it's like, shut up. You're not like saying this to your dad right now.
I can't imagine saying that's my dad. He'd be like, chill.
I know. My dad would be like, TMI.
When your dad says,
But Daddy, I love him.
Daddy, I
He's like
love
pretty
him.
gay, dude.
What do you think about Darren Criss saying he's culturally queer?
So let's get
I thought he was
I
gay.
love us leading into topicality.
I know. First of all, if anyone's culturally queer, it's me.
I know. So actually,
hold my beer, Darren Criss.
so I obviously thought Darren Criss was gay when I saw him on the TV show Glee, where he did play a gay person. But I'll never forget my first like office job working in the Showtime promo department. A girl who is in that job who is very like, I was like, who is this person? Like, you know, when you like, so, but she was dating him. So I was like, oh, he's straight. And then I will say, like, he is culturally, and like, I do think he's culturally queer.
You support it.
And I don't think he, like, none of his choices that he's made career-wise feel particularly disingenuous to me. They all feel like the things he wants to do. And they are kind of queer choices. And I don't think he's saying, like, I'm telling queer stories. I think he's like, yeah, the things I like doing all seem to be kind of
In the queer canon.
in the queer canon. Yeah. So I actually was like not upset. And I do think it's a classic thing for people to get like annoyed about as like something to do on a Thursday.
Well, I also wonder, like, it's a pull quote from something he probably said. It's probably out of context or something.
Yeah, I think people should calm down a little bit.
You need to calm down.
I'm sure he like woke up and saw it. I was like, okay, like sorry, you know what I mean? Like, so sorry about that.
I know. Oh my God, you know who has the best pull quotes? My girl Dakota Johnson.
Oh, does she? Well, you know, I loved Madam Web. You know, I loved the film Madam Web. I earnestly thought it was amazing.
In what way? In the true way. You liked Madam Web more than Challengers.
No, I wouldn't say that. But I
why not? Stir the pot.
But if you were to like, if there was like a meat thermometer for like joy of like how much you were experiencing joy in the moment, I would say
and there should be.
As I was watching Challengers and as I was watching Madam Web, if you put the meat thermometer in me, it would probably be pretty even temps.
The meat thermometer of joy. Title of that.
I will say I watched it with Jared Goldstein, Madam Web, and the first time they showed Sydney Sweeney in her wig, he screamed by accident. He screamed, and the whole theater looked at him.
What wig is she wearing?
Just a crazy wig that looks like it costs like $8 at Party City.
A shout out to that girl.
I know. So the person I recently hooked up with did not know who Sydney Sweeney was.
That's so powerful.
Do you know it wasn't in a powerful way?
Sydney Sweeney, it's like she was meant to be famous, like with that name, like Sydney Sweeney.
What wasn't on my bingo card in 2024 was like telling a United Airlines pilot that Sydney Sweeney is kind of an it girl.
Not United.
United.
Those are my girls.
Well, do you know what I said? My friend loves United.
I do, and actually, the more I'm digging my heels in on this one because having since flown, Delta and JetBlue recently, it's just like nothing hits like a United flight.
Totally. How could it?
It's the best, and whatever. And if you're mad at me, whatever. Because you know what else? I had really bad food. Well, you guys know I'm addicted to throwing away my children's college tuition on first class plane tickets.
Yeah.
So I did, and I don't care if you're mad at me. And no, I don't have enough to be doing that. And no, I don't care. I love it. I kind of pop. I don't care.
You have to fly Delta One out of LAX.
One day.
It's the one thing I do that makes me feel good about myself.
That's okay. I'm trying. There's a story I want to say, and I want to say it's okay. I'm gonna say it's this story coded.
Okay.
It's not a story. It's just when Damien on Love Is Blind had been fighting with Giannina.
Wow,
and he
we're
took
going
her,
back.
And he took her on a. Well, Brian and I was like, he took her on a helicopter to make up, and he goes, "Oh, I needed this."
Wait. Oh, yeah.
He was like, I needed a private helicopter ride to like connect with you. That's you. That's that coded.
Angela.
Even though it's the only thing that makes
Angela loved to do the impression. Angela loved to do this. Damien Paris, will you marry me? Damien Paris, will you marry me? She was like, I'm proposing.
You sound really good today.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gay for you. I'm culturally queer. I'm culturally queer for you.
That is a borrowed impression from Angelo. I will say he does that. He loved to do that.
And shout out to Angelo.
And shout out to Angelo.
But Angelo Balasone. But I was going to say before that. Oh, United. The food on my the food on my Delta flight was really bad.
You know who has to have us on their podcast is the Doughboys.
I would adore that.
Because like they want
shout out girls.
Because you know what they do.
They let you eat.
Me fully giving an ad, but it's like John and Claudio went on the other day.
I saw the images.
They ate Kentucky Fried Chicken.
That sounds so fun. We should do that. I know. We should steal their idea and do it.
Not a jury in the road. I know we should do that.
We should rip that off. I'm having something shameful. Dandruff on a black dress.
Oh, I definitely have dandruff, but I don't feel shame
about it. That should be title of my album, Dandruff on a Black Dress.
Oh, wait, want to hear a saddest story ever told? Baby's shoes never worn.
Yeah.
When I was, I guess I do get when I was filming dear friend of the pod, Matt Rogers' Christmas special, it was like in this office building, and like I got there, I'd gotten a haircut pretty soon before, and it was like really short in the back. And like they were doing my hair, and there was this like gay guy who was like not working me at first, but they like sent me over to him for like a secondary process.
For follow up.
And he was like, "Hey, come here, sit down." And I was like, "Oh, sure, like hi." And then he like took out this cream, and he was like, "A little stressed? Have a little anxiety?" And I was like, "What? No, I feel pretty. I'm friends with Matt. Like I'm here to have fun." He's like, "Got a little psoriasis. It's okay." And I started like rubbing this cream into my scalp, and I was like, "Sorry." And he was like, "No, it's fine. A lot of people." A little stressed? You're stressed. While he's creaming himself up.
Creaming, cold stone creaming. That's like when I did, when I went on Shout Out, I did one episode of a Sesame Street spinoff called The Helpsters, which is a children's show on, it used to be on Apple. I don't know if it ever came out, but I shot it. And I was really tired the night before. And I was like, I'm not going to wash my hair. I'll just like, they'll do some dry shampoo when I get there in the morning. I get there. They have like a 10-person conference about how greasy my hair is. And they're like, we just need, it looks a little. I could like hear everything they were saying. I was like, I'm so sorry. They didn't, I wish I had the creamer there. He didn't.
Yeah, the creamer should be on every set.
Every set needs a creamer.
And that's what IATSE's striking for.
Yeah, the creamer, the baker, the candlestick maker.
I'm like in a little
feeling
bit.
wild.
I'm gonna get absolutely torn to shreds in the comments, but like
I know we used to not care so much.
I don't care, but I just went through this big chunk of like a shake in my confidence that has like
Yeah, but you're back.
I am back.
It's so good to see. I think I'm like seeing this.
You're seeing the backness.
I'm seeing the. I'm seeing the color come back into your cheeks.
But
as
one
Taylor
symptom
says.
of it was like I do think a hyper awareness of like comments, which is so funny.
Well, I didn't mean to see comments the other day, but I opened my YouTube to let myself into my email. You know how they make you do that sometimes?
It's so weird when they're like, do you want to sign in with Apple or Gmail? I'm like, I actually don't want either of those things to be involved in, my signing in.
This is between us.
Yeah.
This is between us.
I was like, leave them out of it. They've got bigger stuff. They got bigger fish to fry. You want to see Gmail? Want us to be working on this? me logging onto YouTube? No. Gmail's busy. YouTube, what are you doing?
Oh my God, I missed the guy who worked at Google who ripped my shirt off during sex.
Oh.
I missed that part.
Every once in a while, like in porn, that'll happen, but it almost takes me out of it because I'm kind of like, well, that would like never happen. And
Well,
if
it
did,
happened
I know.
in Williamsburg.
He ripped it like physically?
Ripped it in half.
He must have been quite strong, or it must have been quite cheaply made.
It was incredibly cheap. Thank you. It was incredibly
He was
cheaply
very
made.
weak, and it was very
He was
cheaply made.
incredibly weak. He was on his deathbed, and I was riding him. And
His arms atrophied.
He reached down just the H&M top. Didn't stand a chance.
I'll always remember these H&M khakis I had that did so well for me in my 20s.
Huge, if true.
Yeah.
Picture didn't happen. Your best friend's in the jail cell next to you. Now,
You know who? Yeah.
What?
Every time I wore them, I ended up hooking up with that guy who
gave you throat gonorrhea 3 times.
yeah, who I had a huge crush on.
Yeah. Hey, what do we text? You texted me something about him recently.
That
That I was like having a meeting with him or something.
You were having a meeting with
I
him?
like said something. You were like, oh, that's the. I don't know.
Really? I don't think so. You must be thinking about your other friend who got throat gonorrhea from someone 50 times that you had a meeting with.
You know what I wanted to say to you? Well, you know my journey. Spritz, Aperol Spritz, Paterol Spritz. Now let me
Thank
tell you
you.
this. I'm starting Vanderpump from season 1.
I'm so jealous of you. Wait, while you're here, I should watch a few episodes with you.
It's unbelievable.
I'm so excited for you because season 2 is so special.
I'm in season 2.
Isn't it?
So they're just about to go to Cabo for Stassi's 25th.
Have they been to Vegas?
Yeah.
So did you see the backhand? Okay, you would know if you saw the backhand. And I'll say no more than that.
Okay, I don't know.
At this time.
They're always going to Vegas.
They're always going. Maybe the backhand
I
doesn't
saw
happen in Vegas.
Jax attack like the other Frank.
Have you seen any girl-on-girl violence yet?
No, I'm ready.
There's an explosive moment.
These girls are out of their damn minds. Everyone is blackout drunk in every
I
scene.
can't wait to see this moment because I want to act it out on the podcast.
Okay, well, we will.
Yeah.
Stassi's amazing.
Does Katie have
well,
blonde hair that season?
Katie's hair needs Nanny 911.
What do you think
bad.
about? What do you think about Kristen being back in the game? Because
No, wait, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no, I mean she's currently there's a new show called The Valley that she's on.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Yeah. But it was so crazy to me when you were still in the place where you couldn't tell Kristen and Katie apart because I was like,
I know, now I understand.
I totally get that place, but they couldn't be more different.
Yeah. Well, Sheena's my favorite.
What do you think about the fact that I've seen both Katie and Tom Schwartz in the wild on the East Side?
That's awesome.
One to Katie I saw 2 Easters ago walking on the
Tom
Silver-
Schwartz is you know who my favorite is sexually?
Who?
Peter.
Of course. Peter
Okay.
can ruin
Okay,
me.
good.
I would
good.
risk every last thing I own, including my TTPD merchandise.
And the bracelet that doesn't fit?
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter's the hottest.
Peter-
Sheena's pop career is my favorite part.
Yeah. Have you seen like the advent of Good as Gold?
There's
Wow,
been a
I
few-
forget what order.
There's been a few tracks.
And
But I love when
good
Stassi's like-
as gold.
Stassi's like, when they have to listen to Sheena sing again and again on the Pride flow, and Stassi's like, I want to impale myself.
Yeah, I
I'm like,
know. I know.
and she's like, my tits are too big for bathing suits. My life fucking sucks. I'm gonna fucking die.
Sassy.
Yeah.
She's always like doing Adderall and trying to write her column for Pandora's magazine that isn't real, probably.
The best takeaway, the best pull quote from this most recent episode was Stassi going, telling Sheena that her writing reminds her of her own. And she's like, the best thing I can say to a girl is A, you look thin. B, your writing reminds me of my own. I was like, same. And so that's been a fun part of my lifestyle. I'm getting back into running, as you know.
Yes.
What else has been going on? We're both doing shows
You're
tomorrow.
filming a very exciting project.
I'm filming I'm filming
you
a very
open
exciting
about it?
project. That I'm filming Only Murders?
Yeah.
Well, I posted online.
Oh, yar.
I've been filming. It's been, honestly, it makes me emotional. It's a dream come
It's
true.
so exciting. It's the show.
It's so cool. Like, it's so amazing.
Multiple episodes.
And you know the best part is working with Michael Cyril Creighton.
Oh, yeah.
Being on set with him, we laugh.
Oh, I'm so envious.
I know you have, oh, great word.
I haven't seen him in years.
He has to come back on because.
Did
well,
he
now
say
he's-
anything about me?
All the time. Yeah, we talk about you all the time.
What do you think about me?
He's so nice and funny and supportive and sweet.
What do you think about me going to?
What do you think about me?
I love him. I'm going. This just reminded me. I don't know why, but like, I've agreed to go to a gala at the LGBT Center in LA with an agent from your agency,
Sure.
who I'm dear friends with,
Who I don't know.
who you don't
Somehow,
know,
who I've escaped for years.
And guess what the attire is for the event?
So.
Cocktail fabulous. So I'm gonna self-immolate any second.
Cocktail fabulous. That's what I should call my next
I
album.
know, cocktail fabulous. What in that God's greenest white wear? Maybe I'll like as a joke wear this like exact like this and the matching sweatpants.
You should.
It's like a haha joke, but it's also like I'm wearing
You
sweats.
go viral.
Yeah.
And that's what's anything anyone could want.
Getty Images completely broken from the traffic.
You crashing Getty by wearing a gifted sailor. I can't wait to eat my wrap.
When a wrap is coming, there's nothing quite like it. And when it's here and you can have it, it's torture.
It's hell.
Do you know what I love my body for? That's amazing at?
What?
I could be so not hungry, even full. But when I know that it's time to eat, my body can create the feeling of ravenous hunger at a moment's notice. It can
Wait,
manufacture.
one more time.
Like, for instance, I was going to a restaurant on Friday, and it was like I had eaten so much in the day that I was
Oh,
quite full,
yep,
and I
I
wasn't
have
hungry.
this
But
trait too.
the knowledge that I was going to a restaurant,
Yep.
like my brain sent a message to my body, like manufacture some kind of artificial, like ravenous hunger,
Same.
and it did do that.
If I open Postmates, I'm like, oh, I'm absolutely starving. Even if
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
It's actually been kind of a problem.
You
for
know where
me.
we should go while you're here is Quarter Sheets. It's so good.
What do they serve?
Pizza. Really
Interesting.
good though.
That sounds good. I know. I wish my trip is kind of short. And then, Amy and I are going to Palm Springs on Saturday.
Oh,
For
are
the
you?
night. Isn't that cute?
That's very cute.
She hurt her foot. I feel so bad
Oh,
for her.
I didn't know that. My
should check
friend
on
hurt his
her.
foot. I've never been to Palm Springs.
I went during the pandemic to a place called 99 Palms.
I
Is
saw
that close? Is that the same thing? It was where I had the best honey mustard in my life.
really.
Uh-huh.
You know where I had the best of my life? My
Your
high school.
cafeteria. I actually talked about that with Michael Cyril Creighton, and then he went on to show me his favorite honey mustard,
What was
which
it?
has been discontinued.
What was it?
What was it? Well, we don't like the same kind because he likes a zesty, zingy, drippy, and I
me
like
too.
a thick.
Oh.
No, you like my kind.
No, I like a
No.
zesty. I like a zesty drippy. That's what our high school had, and that's why me and Michael
Come from the same place. Oh my god. Okay, so are you dating?
I've gone on a few like atrocious dates recently.
What do you like on a date? Like
you know what-
when they ask what you do.
I don't care about that. When I ask what I do, like it's so funny. Like obviously, I'll say I'm a TV writer. They'll ask if they know anything I've written on. I always obviously lead with Hacks because it's the only thing I've written on that has aired. But like, and it's so funny. Hacks is one of those shows where people will like jaw on the floor, like, "Oh my god, I love that show,"
Mhm.
or they'll like have
Yeah.
no glint of recognition. So, but my most recent date, the person was truly like culturally quite.
Mm-hmm.
He
Sheltered.
He loved Kristen Bell, so I go.
Uh-huh.
Well, I loved Veronica Mars. He's never heard of it. I go, oh, well, so what? Like, you, and I remember she did Heroes after that.
Mm.
Doesn't know what Heroes is. I
Mm.
go,
I know what he
so
likes.
are you a big Good Place person? He doesn't know what that
No.
is. And I say, what do you love Kristen Bell from?
What
And
do you?
he says,
I'm scared.
mainly Frozen.
That's so scary. A grown man said that to you?
A grown man who then said he loved musicals.
And he flies planes?
He says he loves musicals. I say, what are your favorite musicals? He says, I guess my two favorites are probably Wicked and Frozen. Frozen is for babies.
Frozen is title that Frozen is for babies.
So it's hard. So I
And
need
you-
to
but
know.
didn't you-
I don't need you to be hysterically funny, but I need. I guess I literally talked about this in therapy yesterday, where it's like I need to know that I can make a joke or not even make a joke, but like say something perhaps a bit ironic or whatever, and there's at least an awareness of like some kind of idiosyncrasy. Like when I first met the person, this is when I first clocked like, was like, I said,
like something's rotten in Denmark.
I had been to the Grove earlier in the day, and I was like, I love the Grove. And
Who wouldn't?
And he was me too. I was like, I love commerce.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, you do? Okay. And I was like,
oh, that's so scary.
I'm not saying I'm a
you need to press the staples button.
It's not like I'm making a setup punchline joke that I need you to like laugh at, but I'm like, well, now you're acting like I'm a commerce fan. Like, you know, and now we're in this place. Like, I can't do that. I can't do that.
You can't do that. I can't do that either.
There's a couple of things. Did I tell you
Brian's getting so funny after having hung out with me for 5 years.
Yeah, that's so good.
He's so lucky.
You
Like,
should have a internship program like Sonia Morgan where you let someone hang out with you for 5 years.
no, Brian's so funny. And I'm like, what's changed? He's been around me for 5 years.
Yeah.
He's making me laugh all the time.
It's so good. I do need that. I need to laugh with someone to feel at all connected to them.
Of course. It's the only thing that matters in life is laughing. Everything
Yeah.
else is a joke.
Yeah.
How ironic is that? I need my wrap. Maybe I'll open it.
But then I've had some better ones. I have one true.
No. I don't want to disrupt. What do you say?
I have one true, earnest, honest to God, genuine crush, but it's like a tricky one.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I haven't had a crush in so long.
Well, you're partnered.
I'm still a sexual creature.
What do you think of my current crush? What do you think of it?
I think it's like perfect for right now.
Yeah.
I think it's perfectly imperfect.
I know. I just can't get carried away.
Well, knowing us, you won't. Oh, well, good thing you definitely won't. Oh, you'll probably handle it well.
Good thing I got my head screwed on straight.
Yeah, our heads have always been screwed on in the right direction. Ready, Teddy, Lefty Lucy. Lefty Lucy's a good drag name.
Should I say that? Should I say? I don't know if I told you this. The other line from Mr. Frozen.
What?
I mean, so he also did this thing, and this isn't like none of this is dragging him. It just all to be like I think you know if you do choose to go on the apps, you're going to meet so many normal people. Like I say normal,
which some people might like.
Yes, like but. So this is like not an abnormal thing to say, but I'm like I like hit the eject button. I need to be sprung out of my seat. He was like, "So I saw on your profile you're sober," and I was like, "Yeah, I am." And he was like, "So," like so serious all of a sudden. So hypothetically, how would a partner best support that? I'm hanging from the ceiling.
That's sweet. I'm trying to be sweet.
I know. And then so
What if you're
someone
like
sawed me down just before I died. And then like so then he goes on and he goes on to be like, I know these are all date questions, but he was like, what do you think about monogamy? And I was like, I mean, I've been only monogamous in the past, but I'm pretty like flex, like, and he was like, yeah, like, you know, I'm into monogamy. There are situations where I could be convinced to bring someone home together, but there are rules.
How old is he?
39.
You're making him sound 56.
I know, he's 39, but also 4 because he loves Frozen. So so I say, what are the rules? At this point, just from an anthropological
Yeah, you're
standpoint.
like, so what are your like at this point you're like clipboards up. You're like
what are the rules of a pilot who loves Frozen, who is into monogamy? Like, and so he goes, I go, what are the rules? He goes, well, I'm a top, so that ass is mine. Saying that to me on our first date.
That sucks. That ass is mine.
We've ordered steak.
Did that turn you on a little?
Honestly, there was a part of me that was like, that one sentence is kind of hot.
How
but
could
it's like,
that not turn you
obviously,
on?
like, I will never view you as a human for the fact that you're like saying that on a first date.
Because you think I'm a Converse
so
fan.
Crazy, but like
You think that you're
But like that idea is, of course, there's something horny about it, but like it's such a crazy thing to say to someone on a first date.
that ass is mine.
Yeah. Here's another thing.
I want to be tossed around.
I don't want to be like I'm dragging.
I want to be shared.
I want to be, and I know that because this person doesn't know what even The Good Place is, they'll never know this podcast, which is even more niche than the NBC sitcom The Good Place.
No, this is about on that tier.
But like, I was like, "What are you doing tomorrow?" He was like, "Well, I've been working on this project." So in my head, of course, I go to like, "Please don't say screenplay. Please don't." Say,
Yeah.
Well, what I wish it was screenplay. I go, "What's your project?" He goes, "I'm working on a."
Stop. What?
I'm working on a 42,000 piece jigsaw puzzle.
That's sweet.
I know. And I say, oh, wow, that's... I don't have a concept of how many pieces of normal jigsaw. But I'm like, for all I know, it's whatever. And he's like, yeah, when it's finished, it's going to be 5 feet vertical, 24 feet long. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, that's such a large... That's such a large jigsaw puzzle is the only thing I could...
Where could it possibly... Is it in an airplane hangar?
So he's going to... His goal is like... So basically it's all these like... Because he showed me a picture of one because it's like, you know, you do kind of... There's panels of it, I guess.
Is he really good looking? Because you did match with him. I mean, you did choose...
I will say was like handsome in his pictures. And he was handsome in real life. He was a pilot, which I thought, you know, let's try that. Like... I also am in a place where I'm like pretty open to a date. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So, and I didn't necessarily, I matched, but I didn't like.
It's just so unfair that you can't drink through this.
I know.
And I say that with, and by the way, how can I best support you?
So he showed me one. It's like kind of like non-geographic specific like landmarks. Like there's the Statue of Liberty, but then the pyramid, but like, you know, like they're all, as though they're all in the same place. And so they're all going to be, I guess, horizontal. And then he wants to finish it all and then just lay it out on the sidewalk for a second and see it. And that's all he needs. And so I said, cool.
I got a chill came over me.
So I said, how long do you think that this project will take you? And he said, well, I'm really hoping to finish it in 2 years. And I said, okay, well, that's a good goal. And he said, well, yeah, I mean, this one took a month. So if I stay on that pace, I mean, I would do it in 7 months, but I don't know if I'll stay on that pace.
Now, here's the craziest thing. I envy him.
I envy him too.
I envy him.
I envy him too.
This is so fascinating. You really are doing it. At this point, the clipboard is fully being like...
I know. That is what's interesting about dating is like, it's like, like this is what's out there.
Yeah, because people ask, they're like, oh, is it hard to like do jokes now that you're not like dating? And you have to say no, but it's like, yeah. It is easier to do jokes when you're dating.
None of this is anything necessarily that I will say on stage.
That's what you think now.
Yeah.
I think it's all coming together.
And it's all coming back to me.
You can see my backness.
My back. Oh, yeah.
You feel like my backness.
Wait, what else was it too? There was like...
So on the sidewalk, like where he lives? On the street where he lives?
On the street where he lives, I guess he would like to lie out this puzzle.
That's a nice like community thing.
Yeah, I
community
think it'll
pool.
Definitely build community.
I always think of community pool because, you know, yesterday I had a community bowl.
Oh, I saw that story. It made me really laugh.
It's really delicious.
Where is it from?
Honey High.
You know all the spots.
I just love takeout.
Yeah.
By takeout, I mean deliver in.
Yeah, of course.
I love food. I love my body and I'm beautiful.
You are beautiful. Everyone's been commenting you look so hot.
That's because they feel bad for me.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's what goes through my head. I'm like, they're saying that because we're worried.
No, you're crazy.
And they know that it's hard to be a woman and that I'm aging. And
no.
I'm sexy.
You are sexy.
Thank you, team. I'm really liking my dress I'm wearing.
Yeah, it looks hot.
I think this is my new look.
And you look hot in sunglasses.
I agree. I look great all the time.
It's very Zendaya in the promo.
What's the promo?
Of Challengers, like the glasses done.
I can't wait to see that movie, I guess.
I'm so excited for. Do
Mm.
you know what's coming out in 2 weeks' time?
Mm.
A new The Strangers.
Oh, how many are there?
There's only been 2.
I think I've only seen the first one.
The second one like wasn't as good. Like probably if you're like normal, but obviously I loved it. It was like a family at a
I mean, you
summer
love
camp.
Madam Web, so it's at this point you don't have a leg to stand
I
on.
feel the meat thermometer in me while I'm watching Stranger Things.
That is such a good.
Yeah.
My meat thermometer, for Vanderpump is so high.
Exactly. Sometimes it's like something doesn't have to be good for the meat thermometer to fill up.
You know what is really exquisite is the new season of The Jinx.
I've watched the first episode only.
It's so crazy.
I will continue to watch more.
You know, I have a special relationship to The Jinx, and I won't say why because I will have to have a restraining order. Do you have a crush of the week?
My crush of the week will be the Broadway musical Frozen.
Which you've seen.
Because I have seen it with my
and when Angelo got the triple vodka.
I took my younger sister with special needs to see the Frozen musical, but I'm loving that there's also more
that one of your suitors likes it.
Also enjoys that show. And because it's bringing people of all
walks of life.
Joy, that is my crush of
That's
the
one of
week.
my favorite phrases in the world. People of all walks of life.
Yeah.
It's just it hits.
Lucas's the girls on Lucas's
that
screen.
Is all walks of life.
All walks of life.
My crush of the week is I've been so happy and sad and scared. My crush of the week is actually my dress that's from Reformation. I love the cut of it. I love that it's like comfortable. I would love to encourage Reformation to send me free clothes and I will post away. And I have a pretty big following. It's nothing special, but it's what I have. And I'd love to share it with you, Reformation.
I don't study
You know who's on my plane? Chris Rock. Ever heard of him?
No, I've never heard of him.
Josh Peck. Ever heard of him?
Oh my God.
And me. Ever heard of me? Call me when I'm in the Masked
There was
Singer.
a time when Josh Peck wanted to come on this podcast.
That can't be true.
We once got an email that was like, Josh Peck would like to come on.
That can't be true.
And he was promoting something. Yeah, it was.
You know what
it was hashtag Forever Dog Days.
He had I don't know if he was acting this way because he knows he's famous, but he had the kindest, warmest energy. He kept smiling at everyone.
I'm sure he has some backness because of the recent doc.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's back. But he was smiling at everyone. And I have nothing but respect for the woman in front of me. 7:30 a.m. flight. She flight attendant. She's like, I need a double Tito's soda. Immediately. haven't taken off 7:30, and she was gorgeous, by the way.
I love that.
I was like,
hell and back.
That's it, babe.
Yeah,
I had such a great flight.
Shout out
classy,
to
your ex.
right now. I know.
Yeah,
I'm so fucking grateful for my ex for flying people all over the country and internationally.
Oh, when a heart breaks, it don't break even.
That's our new sign off.
I really don't. Do you feel hot today?
I do because you've been so complimentary, I suppose.
I know. I don't know what is going on with me. I must be ovulating.
You must be ovulating.
Which I don't do a lot because of my due to my PCOS. Now, let me ask you this. Are you mad at me?
No, are you mad at me?
Couldn't ever be. And when a heart breaks, it don't break even. Love you guys.
Treatment. If you're boring as fuck, seek treatment. If you're unlucky in love, seek treatment. If you just can't take a hint, well, seek treatment. With Kat and Pat.
That was a Headgum podcast.